everybody, welcome back to another art stream. And hey, look at that. Guys, we are not doing art fight drawings. I know it's sad, an era gone by, but art fight is completed and we are now moving back into the real work. So I'm going to be continuing doing some of my sticker designs. This is the one that I want to work on today for the Game Boy Advance starters. We did the Kanto starters already, and we have also started the Johto starters. If I can pull that up here. Yeah. So here's the Johto starters. The Johto starters, I love how they came out. I do need to draw the Game Boy Color still. I need to do the shading and everything on these guys, but I kind of want to start the next group of little guys here. So Torchic, Trico, and Mudkip, it is your turn to get drawn. I already have the sketch, as you can see, already done here. We used these guys as a reference, but I think these guys are going to come out really cute when they're all done. So I think we should just, honestly, we should just get going, get started on these things. I am hoping to turn these into full-fledged stickers. Of course, I want to do all the generations of Pokemon. The plan is to not do it necessarily by generation, it's to do it by console. So we have not really sketches yet, but we have files for the other gens, being we have the Switch generation with the Gen 8 and Gen 9 starters, we have the DS starters, Gen 4 and Gen 5, and then we have the 3DS starters with Gen 6 and Gen 7. So we have plans to do them all, and I'm kind of divided, because like I wanted to do it the way I have it set up, which is by consoles. So all 6 of these will be on this one, but it's like, should I do that, or should I break it up? I don't know. It would probably be better to break it up by generation. I don't know, maybe I'll do both, you know? Maybe we do both. Maybe do 2 different versions. That is an option. It is also fitting because for the DS and 3DS, there's like 2 different screens. So 2 different screens for 2 different generations, you know? Okay? That's an idea. Doesn't really work for the Switch necessarily, but we can make it work. We can make it work. But yeah, that is the plan, guys. We're gonna be doing some awesome freaking stickers. It's gonna be great. I have markets coming back up at the end of this month, so we need to get things rolling, that's for sure. I have lots and lots of work to do, and not a ton of time to do it, but I think we're gonna start with Mudkip first. He's my favorite of the 3 for this gen. I know that's maybe not the most rare opinion, because Mudkip is very popular. Though I know people like Torchic and Trico, especially Trico, because Sceptile's super cool and Blaziken's super cool too, but as first, like, Evo stage, not including what they evolve into, Mudkip's my favorite. Mudkip's my favorite. He's just a little guy. We love him. We love him. Hey, how are you today? Gar, welcome in. I am doing good. Thank you for asking. It's always a good day when we're drawing Pokemon, right? It's never a bad day when we're doing Pokemon art. Okay, so let me see here. What line art thickness? That looks, yeah, that's spot on. It is 12. I want to make all of these drawings consistent with each other, so I need to make sure that I'm using the same line weights for all the drawings. So it does seem like a 12 on the outlines here, and then interior lines. Like, this is definitely not. It's probably more like a 10. Yeah, 10 for that. It's probably a 10 too. Yeah, okay. So we'll play it by ear, but I think that's about the same. Pokemon Sticker Designs, yes! That is what we are making. I actually, like, I know I said we were done with the Kanto ones, and I do like how the Kanto ones came out. If it'll open. Hello? Open, thank you. I do like how this came out. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of color tweaking on it. I think I want to do a little bit more saturated colors, especially on the trio themselves. But this is basically what it's gonna look like when it's out of production. So, be prepared, guys. These will be coming to the shop hopefully by the end of the month. Depends on how quickly I can get these things produced, but hopefully they'll be all ready for us. I'm hungry. See, I started my stream late because I wanted to make sure I fed myself before stream, because I often forget to do that. But I actually remembered this time. I was like, ooh, I need to eat. And then I had a turkey sandwich, so look at me being all responsible. Why is this line so jittery? I might, you know, it might actually be better to just use the ellipse tool for the head. And then I can, you know, adjust it as need be. I almost said the wrong thing. LWHP, Elastic Man. Thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. I've been saying I need to think of like a name for the community here, because for those of you who don't know, I do have 2 different streaming, like, I don't know, what would it be called? Platforms? I don't know. Basically, I have my art streams here on Oscar Darla, and then I have my game lobby streams. My game lobby streams, that I call them, like, this is the lobby, welcome to the lobby. Here, I don't know what to say. Here, I'm just like, welcome to the stream. Thank you, welcome. And that's about it. So I need a name. Community name. Yeah, 2 different channels, yeah. That's the word I was looking for, was channel. Platform is like Twitch, YouTube, TikTok. That's a platform. That's different. Thank you, God. But yeah, I need to think of something. It'll come to us one day. One day it'll just like hit us and it's like, yep, that's what it should be. But for now, kind of in a limbo. We are very close to hitting affiliate though, guys. I am so excited to get to work on the emotes for this channel. I mentioned this, I think, last stream. I do want the emotes to be my little donkey character, which, if you're not familiar, I will pull him up because every time, like, I think about him, it's just like, yes, I love him and I need to share him. This is him. This is our donkey. He's just the cutest. He got lots of love for Art Fight, and we got lots of different drawings of him. But he will be our little stream mascot, if you will. So, it'll be tons of fun designing emotes for him. It's cool watching other people's process. Yeah, I love watching art streams. I don't watch streams nearly as much as I would like to, honestly, just because, you know, I get busy. The people I like to watch stream are usually streaming when I'm not available, unfortunately. But I like art streams. Art streams, it's like, art streams are like chill, just like good vibes. It's just good. It's just good. That's all we need to say. It's good. I have a very, maybe non-typical workflow because I don't come from a formally artistically taught background. So I have a lot of bad habits when it comes to my art. But, you know, we're trying to grow, we're trying to fix it as much as possible. I am now taking art classes. But, I didn't even, like, take art classes when I was in high school, which you would think the artist would, but I was a band geek. I played instruments instead of doing art. There just wasn't enough electives to do both, unfortunately. So, you know, had to pick and choose. But, you know, now I'm an adult and I'm like, yeah, I should take art classes. I don't have other commitments to worry about. Is that how his little thingies? No, they don't really, overlap like that, actually. I don't know why I did that. Little frills. Yeah, that looks much better. I think this one is a little bit too big as well. Shrink this one down. Just a tad bit. You know, I think it's the center one that's bothering me too. Again, I'm trying to make it all symmetrical, which is not easy. That does look better. That does look better. It's not perfect, but better. Studied graphic design after high school, and I spent a decade in IT. I wish I would have done some graphic design classes, because, you know, I've dabbled in graphic design. You know, I've obviously made all of my, like, logos and all of my overlays for my channel, but I know they're not the best they could be. I don't know how to draw in vectors. I've been telling myself I need to learn how to do vectors forever. And I've just never gotten around to it. One day, chat, one day we'll get around to it. You know, when I'm like 45. It's like, fine, alright, I'll finally learn vectors. But for now, I will keep putting it off. It's like, what do I really need to learn vectors for, right? It's like, when am I gonna really use that besides a few niche things? I tried to do vector artwork once. And it was for an art class that I did like 2 semesters ago or so. Where is it? I posted it on my Blue Sky, but I don't remember what there it is. It was I did a landscape in vectors, and this took me a lot of time and effort. And I'm not 100% satisfied with it, and obviously I went for a very, I don't know what the word would be for it, you know, a simplistic style. Something that didn't require, you know, the level of detail my art usually has. I still like it. It's just not my usual art style. because I just had to make do with my limited knowledge of vectors. But yeah. It's my only experience in vector artwork. I've done graphic design. It's helped with that artistic journey, but also too lazy for it. Yeah. It takes so long. It takes so long to do vectors, man. And you know, just using Adobe products in general, when it comes to like Illustrator, it's like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I know that Clip Studio Paint does have a vectors option, but again, I haven't learned it. So, not useful for me. But, you do, what kind of art do you do, Elastic Man? I'm curious. Since you said you are a creative yourself. Always love fellow creatives in my stream. Why does Mudkip look like Pac-Man? I know that's just what he looks like. Like, that's what he looks like. He kind of, but this is like extra Pac-Man right in here. This is like super, like, Pac-Man to the extreme. I think that's a little bit less Pac-Man. Give a little bit more of a deeper line weight, like, balance. I don't know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I mean, though. You know what I mean. I do extremely rush digital art. I was on Team Crystal for Art Fight last month. Oh, hell yeah, Team Crystal. I am still waiting for those Art Fight results to drop, man. Oh, I'm so, like... I want Team Crystal to win. I did so much work for Art Fight this year. Way more than I usually do. And, I want to be on the winning team this year. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I drew over 60 characters for Art Fight this year. It was quite a lot. But we did it. It was an accomplishment, that's for sure. Did like 24 attacks. They're all varying in quality. See, when I do art, I'm very different than most people. I don't sketch. Like, obviously I do sketch. I'm drawing over a sketch right now. I should rephrase as I don't make sketches with the intent of not finishing them. I don't keep a sketchbook. I really should, but I don't, because I just, for whatever reason, if I have an idea in my head and I want to draw it, I finish it to the fullest extent that I feel like finishing it. But like, usually that means, you know, doing line art in at least flat colors. I'm not too big into doing a very rendered look. But I will do at least flat colors and maybe some soft shading usually. But, you know, my friend, like, she's the complete opposite of me. She's kind of the one who got me more into art than anything else. Like, I've always been an artist, I've always drawn, but she pushed me to be a better artist because I was like, in like a secret competition with her in my mind where I was like, wait, I want to draw as good as her. So she like pushed me to be better without actually like doing anything. It was just a little competition in my brain. But like she that's all she does is sketch with, right? Like she can't like she doesn't even like sketch in like her sketchbook. She will sketch on post-it notes and then glue them into her sketchbook. And that's almost like 99% of the artwork she does is just sketching, which I mean definitely has benefits because I mean it forces you to like get better in a way because you're doing so much art. How could you not get better? Meanwhile, with me, my progress in terms of me getting better at art is a little bit slower, just because I don't do as many art pieces as I should. So, you know, pros and cons to everything, but just the way people do art, you know, there's differences. Everyone has their own process. Post-it notes in the sketchbook is awesome. No, literally, she'll have like these super awesome, like thick papered like sketchbooks, but she won't draw actually in them. She just draws on post-it notes. It's really funny. And then like all the post-it notes will be like branded to where like she works. So anytime she tries to like, you know, upload her work or anything, it'll like have the stupid brand name for her freaking work. It's really funny. I don't know if this really matches the foot shape of Mudkip. He doesn't really have like toe beans. Like these are bean circle shapes. He doesn't really have that. He kind of just has like the very simple shape. Maybe I should change the way I have his feet. Like I kind of like it, but I don't think it's accurate to the character. I think I'm gonna change it. Whoops, that's the wrong brush. I want the eraser, not the friggin' thing, please. Thank you. Just draw a sketch layer, add color, maybe clean up the sketch line art, and flick it off. It's good enough. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't do a formal line art layer and they just clean the sketch up, which by all means is not a bad thing. Like, some people pull that off very well, and it looks really good. So it's like, again, it's like to each their own. Everyone's got their own art process. Neither, like, one way is not necessarily better than another way. It's just everybody's got a different process. There's a lot of different things that I wish I could do with my art, but the way I do my art is the way I do it. So it's like, I'm not gonna change it just because it's like, oh, I don't know, want to achieve some different look. I don't know. Everyone's got their own style. That's all I'm saying. Now that is more accurate to what Mudkip's feet actually look like. I think I'm gonna change the lines here. Separate them out a little bit more. Yeah. Yep, that looks more like Mudkip to me. little more accurate. I am what I would call meticulous to a fault with my line art. Like what I'm doing right now. I'm just like very carefully evening out this little tiny spot in this line. And no one's gonna see this little piece, really. The only person who's gonna notice such a small little detail is me. And yeah, like I said, meticulous to a fault is what I would describe my art style as. It would be probably better for me if I was not such a perfectionist, which I think I did kind of work through a little bit with Art Fight. I was a little less meticulous. There was progress being made there. But, of course, you know, old habits die hard, and I'm not gonna just get rid of my perfectionism in the span of 1 month of Art Fight, so... We could try, but it's not gonna magically go away. It's like, I wish I was faster at art, and that just comes with practice. And that's why these art streams are good. I always say it, like, I love doing art streams because it makes me practice more. Like, if I wasn't doing the art streams, I would not draw as much as I do. It forces me to sit down and like, okay, this is what we're gonna get done today, and we gotta do it, and we just go. It's kind of awesome. But hey, look, Mudkip's line art is done. Perfect. Now let's color pick some colors here. Which, I always color pick from the actual images, but then I probably will end up changing the colors ever so slightly later on. But for now, color picking is just fine. Like this color, like I want it to be more white. Like, that just looks gray. Like, I don't want it to look gray. That's better. That's a more accurate color, I think. I do think. Art Fight was learning where my blind spots are. Of course, I have money. Oh, yeah, everyone does. But everyone's got faults in their artwork. Even the freaking masters that you see working on, you know, Disney or whatever, they all got their little quirks. It's about recognizing that and then doing your best to be better. I am loving this little Mudkip though. He is pretty cute. I think I want to do like a darker, yeah, I like that. Color shift to the line art color just a tad bit, make it a more brighter blue. And this will look, because right now the colors look kind of dull, but once I go in with like the light and shadows, I think it'll pop a little bit better. I I might change this blue color just a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that better. What I really should do... Hold on. Do a little Google search here. I feel like the colors would be more accurate if I was using the sprite colors instead of the, like, illustrated colors, you know? I don't know. Yeah, because he is definitely a much brighter blue in the sprite. I don't know if I would go that bright though. I don't know. We'll find a middle ground. For now, I think this is good start for Mudkip. I don't know why I can't double click with my pen. It's very annoying. Trying to just label the names of these folders and does not want to let me do it. Okay, let us draw Trico next. Trico, I really like how I did his pose for this one. I kind of like use a reference of a different pose that I found online and edit it ever so slightly just to give it a little more, I don't know, a more dynamic feel. Because ideally, the idea for this drawing is that they're kind of like popping out of the console, right? So, kind of want that like pow look. I've been thinking about projects because that's the only way I can get into actually doing art without running out of steam. Last month was art fight. Maybe she do emotes and overlays this month. You know, I mean, there are other types of art challenges out there outside of like, you know, art fight and stuff. I've participated in a few different art challenges myself. Most of the time I end up not finishing them. Oh, I turned off my freaking plush hat on accident. No, there we go. Give me my plush hat back. The only challenge that I think I've ever finished, let me see. It was Inktober for 2019. Inktober 2019, I think was the only year. No, I did do Inktober for a different year, didn't I? Inktober, yes, 2018. 2018 I also finished. But this was 2019. And I know Inktober, it's like, usually they want you to do traditional mediums. I don't care, I did it digitally. But I just did only line art to kind of keep in the same spirit. But I still, to this day, even though these drawings are 6 years old now, like, some of these are still some of my favorite drawings. Like, I love this one. I love how the unicorn came out. Like, the crow, it came out pretty good. Like, this one is still one of my favorites as well that I've ever done. The leopard with her cub. Very much liked how that one turned out. I love the kitty with the daisies still. Like, some of these were really good, and it feels cool to like do a challenge and actually complete it, because I mean, I don't do that very often. Like this one, still love the Kelpie too. The Kelpie turned out awesome. But you know, there's a lot of different art challenges out there. I've done Junicorn, I've done Mermaid, I've done Inktober, I've done Witchtober, I did Smogist right now. Actually, it is August. If you're thinking about doing an art challenge, look up Smogist, which is basically you just draw a dragon every single day. I did Smogist in 2019. I did finish Smogist, but they were much less rendered drawings, more sketchy. You can see here, a lot more sketchy in appearance, but I did color for these ones, so that was kind of interesting. Apparently 2019 was just a year I was doing tons of art. And then 2021, instead of doing the whole event, I just did one drawing for Smogist, and I drew Toothless. Which I still love this drawing too. Very much loved how this one came out. But now I got my own projects, so I mostly don't participate in those kinds of challenges anymore, just because it takes too much time. But they are fun. I mean, and there's tons of different websites too that you can like find art prompts for and other things. Artfight I do feel like is unique because like, I don't know what it is about Artfight. It does bring the, say, art block just out of me. It just evaporates art block from my body. I don't know what it is. But Artfight, it really does just get me motivated in a way that I usually am not. But there actually is, speaking of Artfight, there is a Discord server. I don't have the link to it, but you could look it up. There is a Discord server that is basically just Artfight, but year-long. So, also could be a thing you could look into. Just, you know, a few suggestions if you're looking for something to replace that Artfight feeling. Because I know we're all missing it right now. No surprise you love the unicorn? With the unicorn resting upon your... Yes, I know! Don't you love my little unicorn plush hat? It is adorable. I love unicorns. This is not, news. This is well-known facts. If you've ever seen my artwork before, I draw a lot of, like, if I'm not drawing Pokemon, I'm drawing unicorns. That's what it is. I mean, some of my only OCs that I have, and I don't have a ton of OCs, but the ones that I do have, they're unicorns. And not only are they unicorns, they're god unicorns that have a, like, demonic form to them. So yeah, these guys are cool. Or I should say gals, because they're feminine presenting unicorns, but they technically don't have, like, gender, female, but they don't have a sex because they're gods. So little complex lore on these guys, but yeah, I like unicorns, Gar. I like unicorns. That is not news. Artfight, but all the time. Where would I find this? If I find it again, I'm sure if you like search for, like, I don't know. I saw it on TikTok. If you look for it on TikTok, you might be able to find it. Just like Artfight Discord replacement or year-round Artfight, or, you know, type in keywords along those lines and you will probably find it. I saw it on TikTok like a couple days ago. But I was like, that's a really neat idea. It's a little Discord server for artists to continue the spirit of Artfight, even though Artfight is over. It's nice, it's nice. We'll see you improve your anime art style. I don't draw anime, man. I did, and I don't know if it's... I guess it's anime? I have a drawing that I want to do, and I haven't started it yet. But they released a Miku, like, collab with Pokemon, and I want to draw this psychic type trainer Miku with Galarian Ponyta, or this is a fairy type actually, fairy type. Which Galarian Ponyta's not fairy type, but it evolves into fairy type, so I think it counts. But I think Miku is considered anime, yeah? I think so. I think she is. Cause she's a Vocaloid, not an anime character, but she's drawn a lot of times in the anime style. It's Japanese. It's anime. Same thing, right? So, one day I will get around to this. And then, yeah, I will be drawing anime Gar. So, it'll be good practice. It'll be good practice. But I think the biggest obstacle with me drawing anime is that I just don't draw people very often. I draw characters, I draw animals, I draw furries, I draw, you know. I just don't draw normal people very often. Which, you know, is something I should practice, but for now, I'm gonna keep drawing Pokemon to my heart's content. As long as people still pay me to draw Pokemon, I'm gonna keep drawing Pokemon. And I still like drawing Pokemon. That's a plus too. It's like gotta like what you're drawing. Do not like how I have this. I support you getting the anime XP. Yes. Getting the anime XP. That's, you know, that's a good way of putting it. You know, I gotta learn to draw everything. I gotta practice people. I gotta draw buildings and cars and, you know, who knows what else. It's like you gotta practice. Gotta practice. I'm desperately looking for this art fight all the time, Discord. Okay, hold on. Let me see. It might pop up easier on my TikTok because I already saw the video. Let's see, hold on. Let me switch to my art TikTok. See if I can find this for you. Where is it? gosh, of course, now that I'm looking for it, I can't see it. Now that I'm looking for it. Yep, yep, no. Of course not, of course not. Well, I'll find it eventually. For now, I need to draw Trico. I really thought it would just pop up for me all nice and kind, but apparently TikTok doesn't want to be nice to me today. I wonder if I should make the line art on Trico's hand thicker, because it is more like in the foreground than everything else. Maybe I should like thin out parts of the hand like this. That'll help give the illusion a little bit more. You wouldn't think it. Okay, yes, that looks better. You wouldn't think it, chat, but line art and line weight, like, very important. Very important stuff. There's rules when it comes to art, right? And it's like, you can always break those rules and do what you want, but line weights make a very big difference. Like, when it comes to emotes, especially, because emotes are like such a small scale, if you don't give them the proper line weights, it just, it becomes unreadable at a small scale. So I always like to, like my emotes that I did for Saren, which is another streamer that I stream with, you can see when I did her emotes, like, pretty thick lines on the outside, thick lines on places that need to stick out more, and then everywhere else, like, little thinner detail lines. Little thinner lines, thinner lines. You can see it on the Duskull too, like, much thicker lines on the outside than on the inside here, or around the eyes, or anything like that. And then the shading, I actually don't like the shading on this drawing when you zoom in. When you zoom in, it looks very chunky, but when you zoom out, it looks much better. And it's like, that's just what you have to do for emotes. You have to think about them when they're that tiny. You're not looking at them like this most of the time. You're looking at them when they're like that. When they're itsy bitsy. I like doing emotes though. I wish I got more emote commissions. They're so fun to do. I like working within the limitations that emotes provide, you know? And they taught me that a lot in architecture school. I did, for my first degree when I went to college, I did architecture. And that, you know, it taught me a lot about art that, you know, you wouldn't think would translate, but it definitely translates. Like, working within your limitations, learning to do that and make the most of it is, it can actually produce a better product than if you didn't have limitations. Which might seem counterintuitive, but it works. It just works. It forces you to be more creative when you have limitations. And like I said, that's what emotes provide, so. Alright, Trico, your line art is coming together quite nicely. We are, I don't know, like halfway through his line art at this point. Something like that. We're getting there, we're getting there. There we go. Round off this corner just a tad bit. Not that much, goodness gracious. Okay, so we gotta do the belly, we gotta do this foot, and then the voice. Gotta do his cute little Trico face. I feel like starter Pokemon, like, they always fall into, like, certain archetypes. Like you have the cool one, and then you have the cute one, and then you have, like, the other one, right? It's like Charmander, cool one. Bulbasaur, cute one. Squirtle, other. And then, like, the Johto starters, Totodile, cool one. Chikorita, cute one. Cyndaquil, other. Like, they always have, like, personality archetypes that they give to the starters. Especially when you, like, look at the anime, like, oh my god. The personality archetypes are super clear in the anime. They really hammer home personalities for the certain Pokemon. And it's like, that's why it's weird to me that so many people don't like Mega Dragonite's design. Because it's like, what do you mean you don't like Mega Dragonite? That's just what Dragonite is. He's a big, goofy dinosaur looking dragon, and they just made him more goofy. That fits perfectly with his character. Like, the only Dragonite, like, that, I mean, of course there's different personalities for different Pokemon. Like, when you look at Lance's Dragonites, and then you look at, like, what's her face from Gen 5? I don't remember, but, like obviously they can have more serious personalities, but when I think of Dragonite, I think of, like, the male carrier Dragonite. I think of Ash's Dragonite in that final season of the anime. It's like, he derpy. Of course his Mega is gonna be derpy. Like, what were you expecting? Look at Dragonite. Do you see him? He derp. He derp. I think they could have done some things different with the Mega, but I'm not really gonna complain because I don't really care about Megas in the first place, so not really something I'm gonna critique. Because, you know, there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh man, they just added rings on his head, and it's like, that's 90% of Megas. Have you seen Mega Evolution? Like, Kangaskhan, the baby comes out of the pouch. Venusaur, they put a flower on his head. Like, Blastoise, they gave him an extra cannon. It's like, the Megas really aren't that crazy. There's only a couple Mega Pokemon that really changed the Pokemon drastically, like Mega Charizard X, but for the most part, they're pretty bare bones. For the most part. Use a 10. I might use a 10 for this instead. looks a little bit better. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I personally, like, I haven't looked at the list of, like, the leaked Pokemon, because I know there is, like, a list of what people are thinking the megas are gonna be. Obviously, nothing is confirmed, because leaks are wrong all the time. There's so many leaks that never, like, actually come true. Like, do you remember all the leaks around Gen 7? Like, they had, like, starter designs and everything. It's like, none of those were real. But all I want is and I probably won't get it, but all I want is my boy Venipede to get a Mega. Is that so much to ask for Mega Venipede? I don't think so. I think that's just the right enough thing to ask for. I think he deserves a Mega. I do indeed. I think Scrafty getting a Mega would also be cool, especially because there is, well, I should say, the evolution of Scrafty getting a Mega would be cool. But there is a Scrafty in the trailers for the next game. So it's like, I don't know. That seems like they're hinting towards a Mega for Scrafty. Amy, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? I am doing well, personally. Thank you for asking. Just drawing some toes, you know, very normal thing to do. I don't know why anyone would think it's not normal. It's extremely normal. Drawing some Trico toes. Fernwick, I fed you. You're not allowed to be hungry. I fed you already. I do have to think what I'm gonna cook for dinner tonight. I made chili last night for dinner. Who is ringing the doorbell? Hello? Hold on, chat. Okay, I returned. It was just a package at my door. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But yeah, what was I saying? Food? Let's make everyone in the chat even more hungry by talking about food, shall we? That sounds like a great idea. I had chili for dinner. It was freaking delicious last night. I freaking love chili. Like, who looks at chili and it's like, nah, I don't want that. Like, no. Chili is universally, like, amazing. As long, well, I guess there is bad chili out there, I'm sure. But, like, some good chili. Get a little spiciness to it. Got some meat. Like, good stuff. Get some cornbread, like sop up the juices. Delicious. Chili be good. Chili be good. All I ate yesterday was canned Chef Boyardee. Oh, you know, I had Chef Boyardee days. I've grown out of Chef Boyardee. Like, I don't buy it anymore. It's just not something like I want to eat anymore, but I can't dish Chef Boyardee. It did get me through some dark days. Chef Boyardee has always been there. Whenever I don't want to cook, and then you just got Chef Boyardee in the cabinet, and then you just gobble some freaking ravioli down. It's good. It's good. But I'm more of a Kraft mac and cheese girl lately. Been eating, I don't know, like a box of that every so often. I just bought a whole new, like, bunch of it the other day, too. Because, you know, it was on sale. I had to buy some. Like, you gotta buy things in bulk when they go on sale, you know? It's the best way to go about things. Alright, I think this green lizard is done, though. Let's put some color on him. It's my bucket fill tool. Here we go. Get the belly. Get his little green leaves. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It's got the yellow eyes. And then I guess I'll color pick from this. Like that. And then he's got like a darker, like red around the lip. And then I'll color pick this gray color. Where's people? Like that. Oh, I did not fill in all the green areas. There we go. Now they're filled in. There we go. Trico, you're looking fabulous. You're all completed. Right next to your Mudkip friend. Amazing, amazing. Now we can work on Torchic, which I think Torchic will be a little bit easier. It's more of a simple shape. But you never know. Might take me a while. Sometimes I struggle with like the floofiness of things, so might take me a minute to get that right. We'll see, we'll see. Well, not white. Black. Make a nice round shape for Torchic's head. I wish there was a better way to, like, fade lines. But alas, I must make do. I did not get a good rotation on this. I wanna... I'm gonna taper this line. I guess that's good. That's probably good. Taper. Yeah, that's good enough. A little taper here. A little taper there. Well, this should be in front. This should probably be in front. Let's still do a little bit of tapering. And then for this, we'll do maybe a 9. Maybe an 8. Get these feathers all cute on his little head. I really like Torchic. He's not my favorite starter, but still cute. I want to get the Torchic Squishmallow, but I'm waiting to see if it comes into stores first, because I don't want to pay for the expensive Pokemon Center version. I basically have every Pokemon Squishmallow at this point, not including like variants. Like there's like 10 different Pikachu Squishmallows. I don't need that many. I got one. That's all I need. But like I have Fuecoco, I have Bellybolt, I have Snorlax and Dragonite and Togepi and Piplup. I have, I think, all of them, except the ones I just mentioned, obviously. My initial plan was not to collect the Pokemon Squishmallows, but you know, life happens, and I can't help myself around Pokemon plushes, so that's my life. I have a Pokemon plush literally on my chair with me right now, so and if you're curious which one it is the 24-inch Piplup that they normally sell at Target for $50, and I found this boy at Ross for $17. What a steal. I found him and I was like, it's too good of a deal to say no to. And then he came home with me, and that's what happened. So, yep, that's what happened. So, you know, don't take me to a store that sells Pokemon plushes. I cannot help myself. I try to have, what would you call it? Resilience. I try to defy temptation, but in the end, I always fail. If it's a plush I really want, I'm gonna buy it. There's no real stopping that. But you know, I can conserve my money in many other ways, so I feel like I can buy Pokemon plushies when I want, because I save money in other areas. Like I don't buy coffee every day, or you know, I don't eat out every day. I save money where I can, so I can splurge where it needs to go. It's a nice system. Not too thick. That might be a little too thick. That might be a little too thick. I think that looks better. Trying to get like a nice shape for Torchic's little beak. Cute little beak. think that looks good. I think that looks good. Now we gotta do the difficult parts, chat. Now we gotta do that floof around his neck. Which I think is really, like, it's supposed to be his wings, right? It's supposed to be Torchic's wings. Doesn't really have wings, but they're the floof of his wings, I think. I think. I'll just say that's what it is. Then we gotta add like a little bit of dimension to the fluff. Maybe I don't do it like same direction every time. Alternate it. Looks a little more random. Ugh. Remember how I said I was gonna struggle with this part? I think I'm struggling with it, chat. I think I might be struggling with it just a tad bit. Not loving it. I think I definitely need to like make this spikier. It's a little too rounded. I think that'll help. I'm gonna make those points a little pointier. That does help. That does help. Doesn't completely fix my thing here, but it helps. Get in there. Yeah. You know, looking at Torchic's like thing, it looks like the Larnar doesn't really connect all the way. So maybe I do the same, you know. Maybe I erase some of these lines. And then I'll put back the spikiness on the flat colors. I think that will work out a little bit more the way I want. Something like this, and then we'll thicken the liner on the outside. I'll have to add the spikiness back to it, but you know, we can worry about that in a second. Yeah, put a little spikiness to it, a little spiky. Spiky. Very good. You guys have a favorite Pokemon starter? I'm kinda... I don't know if I have a favorite. I have some that I really enjoy, but I don't know if I have, like, a favorite. Like, I love Oshawott, I love Bulbasaur, and I love Rowlet. Like, I think those are top 3 for me. Those are top 3. I've never really gravitated towards fire types for some reason. I don't know what it is. It's like, I love me a Cyndaquil. I love, like... I love some of the fire types. I just don't gravitate towards them as much. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Favorite Pokemon starter? Arceus? Hey now. That's not a starter. You know that's not a starter. That's a god. That's not a starter. If I was asking favorite mythical Pokemon, you could say Arceus. Which is weird that Arceus is not a legendary, right? That's weird, right? That's not just me, that's weird. I don't know. Feels weird to me, man. Feels weird. Feels like he should be legendary, but there's so many other, like, legends, I guess, in that game already. And you got, like, Dialga, and you got Giratina, and you got Palkia, and then you have the other mythicals in that legend, like, generation, like... There's just a lot going on in Sinnoh. There's just a lot. I don't know. All my favorite Pokemon are not what I would call common Pokemon, I guess. They're not starters, they're not legendaries, they're not pseudo-legendaries. I did a whole drawing of all my favorite Pokemon before. And, most of them are little baby Pokemon. Pokemon that people tend to forget about, like Wurmple. And I think my favorite, like, strong Pokemon is Haxorus. But Haxorus, like, it's weird, because I feel like Haxorus should be a pseudo-legendary, but he's not. Because there's a different pseudo-legendary for Gen 5. But it's like, come on. He should be a pseudo. He should definitely be a pseudo. The fact that he's not a pseudo is kind of weird to me. But you know, I'm not the Pokemon developers, so I don't get to make these decisions. There can't be 2 pseudos in one generation, fine. Whatever you want to do, Game Freak. Why is his first toe, like, too skinny? I'll make his toe a little bit thicker. Anymon is a starter if it's your first. Oh yeah? How are you gonna get Arceus first before anything else? Huh? And you know what? You may say Master Ball. Good luck getting a Master Ball without having a Pokemon first. It's kinda difficult to achieve. It's weird because, like, there are Pokemon that are technically starters, but you wouldn't think of them as starters. Like Eevee and Pikachu, because they're starters in that game. It's like you wouldn't think of them as starters. But they are starters in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, so they are technically starters. They're technically starters. You encounter Arceus first in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Okay, but you don't catch him. You don't catch. It's not. A starter isn't the first thing you encounter. If it was the first thing you encounter, then the Zigzagoon in the Gen 3 games or whatever would be your starter. That's not what a starter is, Gar. Or just any of the Pokemon that you see first when, like, you boot up a game and there's, like, the professor, and the professor has, like, a little Pokemon next to him. Those aren't starters either. You know this, you're just trying to be contrarian. You're just trying to bend the rules. Trying to make something that it's not. Use a starter in Pokemon Gale of Darkness. Oh gosh, speaking of Gale of Darkness, I really need to play that game. It's available to play on like the Nintendo store, and I have never played it. Like the Nintendo Online, I should say, but not the Nintendo store. But I've never played Gale of Darkness. And I feel like I gotta play Gale of Darkness. I do want to stream it. I do want to stream it. I feel like that's a game I need to stream. The Mystery Dungeon games too. We gotta play those one day. We gotta play those one day. Like this is a non-starter. We have to play them one day. But you know, who knows how far down the line that's gonna be. So we have lots of other things to do and get to. So, you know, who knows? Who knows when that'll be? Gale of Darkness after Oblivion. Well, after Oblivion, we're doing the Triple Soul Link. So, I will say, I don't know how long Gale of Darkness is, but we are planning on doing, I mean, it depends on how long the Triple Soul Link goes this time around, because, you know, you never really know with that series. But we're planning on doing a break for the Triple Soul Link over the holidays, just so, like, you know, we don't have to worry about scheduling conflicts. Maybe I do Gale of Darkness over the holidays. You know? The Gale of Darkness is a Christmas game, right? More Halloween, I would feel, but, you know, it's close enough. Close enough, right, chat? I think so. I think so. Chick is so cute. I'm freaking loving it, chat. He's so adorbs. Look at them. Look at them, chat. Absolutely adorable. Alright, well. We accomplished my goal, which was to have the line art for these fellas done for the day. Hey, that is good goals, that is good goals. I got the line art for these guys and these guys done. That's good stuff, that's good stuff. Triple Soul Link Gale of Darkness, can you do that? Is that a thing you can do? I honestly don't know too much about Gale of Darkness. I've never watched like a playthrough. I know it's about like shadow Pokemon, but I don't know how the game is actually set up. I know nothing about it like, I don't think there are gyms, right? It's just you have like, you're trying to take down like the evil team that is turning to shadow Pokemon. Shadow, right? But I don't think there's gym battles. So I mean, and I don't know like, I don't know how it's set up. I've never played the game before. So, I don't know. I think I'm done with this for now, though. I don't think I want to start doing the shading or the what we call it, I don't want to start drawing the Game Boy Color yet either. I'll add the little highlight on his eye though, just because, you know, everyone else has their little eye shine. We'll give Trico his. But I think that's good for now. For these guys. I think so. It's Gen 2.5. Has a Bonsly, so it's Mon for Gen 3 at the time. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I never played Pokemon games before Gen 5. I mean, that's not true. I played Pokemon Stadium, but that's basically it. I didn't have a lot of the Nintendo consoles back then, so I couldn't really play them back then. Is there anything else I can work on today? This is all I had prepared, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I thought it would take me longer, but it did not. I'm looking through my whip folders. Bonsley's Gen 3, right? Not Gen 4? Yes? Yes? Question mark? Bonsley, what are you? Let me double check. Gen 4. No, he is Gen 4. It says Diamond and Pearl. Gen 4, yeah. So was Gale of Darkness Gen 3.5 then? Maybe? Yeah, 3.5. Um... Gosh, I don't have that many work in progress, like, things to do. Like, again, I usually, like, finish my drawings. Like, I don't have that many unfinished things. I have this. I can work on this. I can work on this. There we go. I found something. I can work on this. I don't know. I don't want to do rendering today. I just want to do line work. Like, can you blame me? I just want to do some easy line work, okay? More mons to play with. Game already has limited encounters. Yeah, I don't know anything about Gale Darkness. Gale Darkness is a mystery to me. Absolute mystery. But like I said, I'll play it on stream one day. Same with the Mystery Dungeon games. We'll do it on stream one day. I still got a 100% new Pokemon Snap, too. I was actually playing the original Pokemon Snap the other day, just cause. I got some pretty funny photos, but I was trying to look up mods for new Pokemon Snap. I don't know if I've talked about this on stream or not. There are none. It makes me really sad. It's like, why are there no mods for new Pokemon Snap? Make mods! What I really want is I want shiny Pokemon to be in new Pokemon Snap. I just want, like, maybe not a 1 in 4,000 whatever chance, like normal shiny Pokemon. I just want, like, a 1 in 100 chance. Just that it could happen. You just see one, and it's like, bam, take a picture before it's gone. Like, wouldn't that be so cool to have shiny Pokemon in new Snap? Oh, I want it, guys. And it's like, it should be a simple mod. It's just a recolor of a model, you would think. But I don't know how to mod games myself. I barely know how to install mods, so that's a whole thing. Like, I installed some Tricky Tower mods the other night, and they are awesome. I love my Tricky Tower mods that I've discovered. You know what's not awesome? Is that I can't figure out how to get the Tricky Tower mods to work on my Steam Deck. Would love to figure it out, but I think because the Steam Deck is Linux and not Windows, I tried using the same process, and the same process is not going to work because it's a different operating system. So, yeah, I gotta look it up. I gotta look up how to download mods on Steam Deck. That is going to be a goal of mine. I did. I'll give a little spoiler for tomorrow's stream. I did figure out how to download mods on Oblivion. Spent a little time doing that last night. And listen, before we get any ruffled feathers, the mods I installed on Oblivion are not really gonna affect the game really at all. Like, they're not, it's not like I'm downloading like crazy like game-breaking mods for Oblivion. I just downloaded just a little something just to make my heart happy, okay? Just to make me happy. And you guys will see what it is tomorrow. But it's a very simple mod that I just needed in my life. just to make playing Oblivion tolerable again. We'll say that, we'll say that. I really like this style of like design that I got going here. Like, it's like a mix of this pit crew style that I found and a little bit of my own pizzazz, you know, but I really like how the faces are done here. I do. I think I'm gonna try to keep with this style kind of going forward. Still don't know how to draw ears. Like, it's like I got a general shape of how to draw ears, and it's like, it's close enough, but it's not really what an ear looks like, is it? Because ears have all kinds of nonsense going on that is just not awesome. Like, you know, they got like the little, there's like a little structure in here that kind of looks like that and like that, and it's like, it's just too much, so I simplify it. Way my brain doesn't explode when I'm trying to draw them. Too thick of line art for the eyebrows. I meant to have this drawing and the other drawing for these characters done before Art Fight. Obviously that didn't happen. I did get one of these done before Art Fight, which is the one for Rosalind, which is right here. She got done. She looks awesome. I love her. And she even got an Art Fight attack. But I still need to finish the one I'm working on, and then I need to finish... Where is it? Where's the other one? Where's Baldy? There she is. Alex. Because I have not decided how I want her hair to look yet, so she's bald. That's fine, right? She can be bald. Totally cool. Who needs hair, right? Hair's overrated. Freaking overrated. I don't know if I'll get all the line art for this done today. Maybe. We'll see. Probably. I can probably get it done. I just have other things to do today, so I can't stream for too long today. But we'll do our best. We'll do our best. This little bits. Give it a little more space. It's just a little too close. What if I wanted to buy the viewers? I know, I'm sorry. I can't allow you guys to buy viewers on my behalf. I had to delete the message. All my viewers must be authentic. I can't let you guys buy spam viewers. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I never get those messages on my game lobby channel, and I think it's because I have like some kind of setting on my game lobby channel that just automatically blocks those kinds of messages, and I need to figure out what that setting is that I set up, because I don't want those things coming through on this channel either, but they have been, unfortunately, so I'll have to fix it. Somehow, some way. I wanted her hair to kind of be like She-Ra from, you know, the show She-Ra, where her hair is kind of like slicked back in the center, and then the rest of it is kind of tied into the ponytail, and then she has just these little strands coming down in front of her ears. But I don't know if that's like translating well. I don't know. I might, you know, maybe I'll add like little like cutouts. I'll make it look like, I don't know. It look like the hair is being pulled back. It's not just like, because the way it is now, it kind of just looks like the sides of the head are like shaved or something. Which is not the look we're going for. I might also, like, maybe, oops, I meant to do the eraser. It might just be better to have these lines completely connected. I don't know. I might ask my friend to help me redesign the hair a little bit here. She's better with character design than I am. She draws people more than I do. I remember how I said I don't draw people, chat? Yeah, that wasn't a joke. I very, very, very rarely draw people. Not very often does this happen. I'm drawing people right now, but it's not a common occurrence. I can, like, count on one hand the amount of finished rendered pieces I have of just normal humanoid characters. I don't do it very often. I think that's the same line weight. That's not right. That's a little closer to symmetrical. Yeah, I think like the only rendered full body, or not even full body, just like normal pieces I've done is I did 2 pieces of She-Ra fan art. Don't ask me why, I was just apparently really into She-Ra for a little bit. But I did like this full drawing, which, you know, mostly it was because I wanted to draw the unicorn. Just mostly. And then I did one of Bo's dads because I think they're a cute couple. And I still really like how this drawing came out. But yeah, I did those 2 drawings, and then I did a Black Panther drawing, like really, really long time ago. Yeah, I did this one, which, you know, for as old as this drawing is, I think it still looks pretty decent. There's obviously a lot of problems with it, but, you know, it's a really old drawing. And then the only other one I can think of off the top of my head is this one. For League of Legends, they came out with like a music video, and I was really obsessed with the song when it came out. And I did this drawing. Again, the background leaves something to be desired. But the character itself, you know, it's not terrible for as old as this drawing is, which it's pretty damn old. But yeah, like those are the only 4 like that I can think of off the top of my head that I've really done. Everything else is mostly non-humans. Like even humanoids, like I drew an elf, but technically that's not human, it's an elf. That's Taco, by the way. Taco is the best. But yeah, he's fabulous, okay? He's fabulous. And he's got his wand is the umbrella. So pretty awesome. But I don't draw just normal people very often. And you know, technically, though she is human, Lyra, she's still got magic powers, so not necessarily 100% normal human being either, now that I think about it. But you know what? That's okay. It's what makes my OCs special. They need superpowers to be interesting. And you know, I promise one guy. I promise guys, one day I will release the story that Rosalind and Alex and Lyra are in. It might be 10, 20 years down the line when I finally have time to actually write their story, but it will happen. I've had their story in my head since high school. For like 10, 12 years I've had this story stuck in my head. And I've just never gotten around to actually, you know, either drawing it if I want to do a comic, or like writing it. I don't know if I want to write it or draw it, but point of the matter is that I've never gotten around to actually doing their story, and I feel like I gotta get around to doing it one of these days. But doing a webcomic is just such a big commitment that I just don't think I could honestly keep up with. I don't see myself being able to keep up with that level of commitment. Not on the consistency level that most people expect webcomics to have, at least. So might be easier for me to write a novel, which, you know, I've never done. Doesn't mean I can't do it, though. Doesn't mean I couldn't do it. I could do it, guys. I could write a novel one day. You never know. Who knows where my art journey will take me? Maybe I will write a novel, and then I'll do illustrations for the novel, and I'll, you know, do all the, you know, I'll do the cover and all the stuff. But right now, I got other projects I'm working on, so. Won't be starting that anytime soon, like I said. I even have like a whole folder of stuff for that comic idea in my head. Like, I have a whole bunch of mini stories, and like, I've written out little scenes, and I tried a very, 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 very long time ago to draw out actual pages. But, I mean, they're so old now. Do I even have them still? Yeah, look at this awful freaking cover I drew. Look at this awful chapter 1 cover. Look how old this is, guys. This is awful. This is like really bad awful. Like, look at the face of the unicorn. Why does it look like a number 8? Why does it look like a number 8? Why is it so thick on the nose, and the perspective and the magic is really just not good. It's bad. It's bad. It's pretty bad. And I had this whole like thing. Like I drew some pages. I drew some pages. And again, man, Anatomy, who is she? Anatomy who? What? Oh, and these hands? Oh, they're definitely not traced photos. Traced from photos. Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. Yeah, because this is what a hand looks like normally when I was drawing this. Gosh, I don't know, 10 years ago, however old this page is that I drew. But old pages. So I did attempt to draw the comic once, it just didn't go very far. It's something I've kind of put away. It lingers in my mind every now and again. I'm like, you know, I should pick that up. I should do the comic. Even if I can only do like 1 page a month, I should just do it. But never end up doing it, of course. It's just how it is. But you know, I don't know. Maybe now that I'm drawing like more serious character designs for these characters, maybe I'll get the motivation to actually do their story justice. The possibility is there. You guys want to see my story ideas? Let me know. Maybe, you know, if I get some push from my community, it'll, motivate me more, too. We'll see, we'll see. I am doing much more art these past, couple months than I have been in a really long time. So that in itself, you know, it gives hope that this story idea will be more than just something in my head. in the future. Someday. Someday. We are almost done with the line art for this chat. We are getting close. Hair should not take me too long to do. Let's see. I might want to extend some of these strands up. Give the drawing a little more depth that way. Yeah, okay, and then we'll do a little bit of strands coming up like this. Okay, and then we just gotta do the eyes, and then the line art's done. Oh my god. Progress! Let's go! Friggin' progress! Maybe like a 6? How did I do the eyes on Rosalind? Where's Rosalind? Where's her thing? Right here. Okay, I might do a little bit thinner line art for these pupils. Got 5. There we go. These thick lashes. It's like I want her to be kind of in the middle. Like I want her to be feminine, but I want her to be like kind of tomboyish too. I gotta strike that balance. Like Rosalind, she's much more feminine in appearance. But she's also gonna be like a character that's like very physically strong, and she's gonna be pretty tall too. Whereas like I think Lyra will be a little more, I don't know, a little leaner, a little shorter in stature than Rosalind. We'll see though. People's too big. I keep drawing it like bigger than the other one. Okay. That looks good, I think. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay. I'm gonna drop some color down for her, and then I think after that we might be done for the day. Because I have been here a hot minute now. And I can't draw forever or else my wrist starts to hurt. So, yeah, I gotta be careful with my drawing time. I make her eyes brown. Should I make her eyes green? Well, I think I did debate this when I was drawing her character out. Because I was debating on whether or not I wanted them and the unicorns to have matching eye colors. This is a really old reference sheet that is very out of date, but where's the new reference sheet? I think on this one. This one, yeah, the eyes are green. The eyes are like golden. This one, the eyes are also golden. I'm making like maybe for these characters, maybe I have it so that like they have like a natural eye color, but then their eyes glow the matching color of their matching respective unicorn god when they're using their magic. I think that makes more sense. So I'll make her eyes like a lighter brown instead of like a dark brown. I'll make her skin a little more saturated than whatever I drew over here, which is just so ashy. Like, look at that. That's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Why is this not working? Close the gap. What is going on here? Close the gap. What the hell? Okay, fine. I'll color it in manually. Don't know why this is having so much trouble. Do it by hand, you know, whatever. It's like I'm using digital tools to save myself time, but if we want to be stupid about it, I can do it by hand. Whatever. Okay. Whoops. Oh, there we go. I kind of like I like the two-toned lip colors. I don't know if I'll keep that though. You know? I don't know. I don't know. It might be prudent to just not even give her like a lip color at all. You know? Just leave it like very nude. You know, I'm looking at her eyes now with their skin color and I'm not liking it. Why is this not selecting? What is happening right now? There. Why is it selecting outside? What is going on? Just select the one color, please. Thank you. I think I need to shift the... You know what? Green eyes don't look bad on her. Green doesn't look bad. I don't hate this. I don't hate this. Make her pupils a little bit darker so they stand out a little more. I don't hate this. This works. This works. Oh, I didn't draw the buttons on her shirt. Gosh dang it. Ah, I'm gonna have to do that. I think I'm gonna change her skin color just a tiny bit. I'll change a little bit. Just saturate them a little bit. If the whites of the eye is not so white. It's like they're still white, but now they're just a little bit gray, just to blend in a little more. I'm gonna have to play with her colors a little bit. I'm definitely gonna have to play with this. Yeah, like, I don't know, for Rosalind, I feel like we nailed it pretty easily for her colors. This, not 100% happy with. But we'll nail it down eventually. I just need to tweak it a little bit. I'll leave it like this for now, and then we can come back to it another day, maybe. I think so. I think for now we'll call this done, and I'll work on playing with her color palette a little more off stream, because I do have to get going. Unfortunately, you know, streams can't last forever. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I think we got a lot of work done. I mean, we did this, and we did our little Pokemon friends, which these ones are you know, the cutest thing we drew today, obviously. Not that Lyra's not cute, but, I mean, these guys look good. These guys look good. But, yeah, that'll be it for me today, guys. Let me see. Is anybody streaming that we can raid out to? That is a question. Let's see. No one I'm following. Let me see. Let me look up some art streamers. See if we can find one. But I guess I'll do my end of stream spiel for you guys. If you are new here and do not know, I stream every Monday and Wednesday here on the Twitch and the YouTubes on Oscar Darla, and then on my alt channel, Game Lobby 1337, I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you want to stay up to date on when I go live, you guys can just drop a follow on those respective channels, and you can join the Discord. I always post when I go live on Discord, so if you never want to miss a stream, make sure you're in that Discord. And you know, you guys know what to do. You know, follow the follows, check out the shop, check out my commissions, and everything else. But I'm trying to find someone to raid out to, and I am not seeing anyone that immediately catches my eye, honestly. We'll raid out to, let's see, this channel looks cute. Hold on, let me click this channel. Oh, of course, well, they got their pre-roll ads on. Hold on. let me see here. Of course, we're raiding out to another artist, guys, so make sure to drop those hypes in the chat when we do raid out. I just want to get a look at what they're streaming first before I raid out to them. And Twitch is so annoying with the ads. It's soups annoying. Yeah, I am tired of the ads, Twitch, but I don't want to friggin' pay for Twitch Premium, so bleh. Okay, yeah, we'll raid out to these peoples, so how do I do this again? Slash raid. Why is my cap locks on? Stop it. Slash raid. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'll be leaving you guys, but I will be streaming tomorrow on Game Lobby, and I will be streaming Wednesday for more art. So I hope to see you all then. And until next time, thank you guys for joining, and bye-bye.